Hello, everyone. Welcome to Joe the Lawyer. I'm Joe Pometto, a practicing Pittsburgh attorney. I do a little bit of criminal defense, family law, and civil litigation. I'm kind of a general practitioner. I'm here today to talk to you about how the coronavirus has impacted the local courts. Now, I'm mostly going to be talking about my county, Allegheny County, which is the county around Pittsburgh. However, this information may give you insight no matter what county you are in the United States, because pretty much every county, every court throughout the United States has taken precautions relative to the coronavirus shutdown. Now, if you live in Allegheny County, this will be especially relevant, but it's still useful so you can get a sense of exactly what the courts are doing. If you listen to what I have to say for what the courts are doing here, then that will give you a starting point for your local county. Now, before we begin, if you like my content, you like my show, Joe the Lawyer, what I do here is I talk about legal subjects, mostly criminal law, family law, personal injury, relationships between clients and lawyers, and new legal news. If you like my show, you like me, do me a favor, please like, subscribe, comment, and share. That's a free way to support my show. It lets YouTube know people are watching, and in turn, YouTube will advertise my show to more and more people. I'm especially trying to get subscriptions right now, so go ahead and subscribe. If I get to 1,000 subscribers, I will get I will be monetized for YouTube, plus I'll be able to do more things with my channel. Also, in the description below, you can sign up for my email list. You'll get a free PDF on what to do when stopped by the police just for signing up. Okay, so what's been happening with the coronavirus is, a couple of weeks ago, the courts were pretty slow to react, and then boom, they reacted like lightning. So I have to give them credit. First, the courts were just delaying certain court dates. They were just postponing them, all right, trying to move things around a little bit, hoping that we would be able to work around this. But as the national scene developed quickly, the courts started to take action, closing down just a couple of non-essential functions. Now, pretty much everything is closed down. So I'm going to tell you what's going on in Allegheny County. A local order was issued from Allegheny County, all right, that applies to any court proceedings between March 24th and April 14th. Number one, it closed the courts physically, essential business only. They also put in the order that all proceedings are to be done by audio or telephone conference, including restraining orders or temporary PFAs. Therefore, a civilian, an attorney, you're not going to be able to just walk into the courthouse, file papers, pick up records. It's not happening. They're still open for certain essential functions. I imagine, sheriff's deputies or staff can go in there if something necessary is going on. But, normally the courts are open to the public 9 to 5. That's not going on right now. You're not going to be able to walk into the courthouse, even a magistrate court, okay, and just find out what's going on. So if you have an attorney, pick up the phone, call your attorney, or find out the phone numbers for your local courts. Contact them if you have some issues. Most local counties have issued orders like this, so just Google online, court order, Broward County, coronavirus, Broward County, run through, those sorts of Google searches. You should be able to find numbers, start calling those phone numbers. Everything's going on by phone and email right now. In Allegheny County, even fingerprint orders have been suspended. So if you were ordered to go to the family courthouse or down by the jail and give fingerprinting because you were charged with a crime, you don't have to do it. It's suspended until April 14th. Let me just put a disclaimer out here. Make sure you read the order and talk to an attorney. I'm just giving legal information right here, not legal advice. Legal information, not legal advice. Every case is case specific, so talk to your attorney, but I'm just going off what's in the order, okay? The civil division, jury and non-jury trials suspended. If you had something scheduled between March 24th and April 14th, it has been suspended. Motions will be heard, but by email only. So again, really need a lawyer during this time to figure out what's going on with your case. Right now, I've been emailing judges, emailing staff, okay, and we've been working things out via email or telephone. It's actually really nice. Hopefully, more court business can be done like this in the future, but I'm skeptical that that'll be the case. Arbitrations and evictions have been suspended. No evictions. Writs of possession are suspended during this time. A writ of possession is the final form that a landlord would get to where they can go in and change the locks on a tenant who has been evicted. That has all been suspended. Number one, they're not even doing eviction hearings. Number two, you can't get that order of possession for any reason whatsoever. You could try because the courts are still hearing emergency motions, but you're not going to be able to evict someone. So note to landlords, no evictions on April 1st or through April 14th. So you got to work something out with your tenant, okay? They're still responsible for rent, but you can't get them out, or frankly, I don't even know if you can start. I don't think you can even start the process until April 14th. Okay. Criminal division, no trials and all conferences suspended. Formal arraignments, pretrial conferences suspended. What the criminal courts are doing, they are hearing bail motions, detainer motions, and other emergency motions. So if you have a loved one or you know someone who just recently got arrested and they want to try to get their bond modified, the courts will hear that. I just did a bond modification hearing yesterday over the phone. They had all the attorneys. The judge was on the phone. It was kind of funny. It was kind of fun. All right. We did it all over the phone. So these are deemed very essential right now, whether someone's being held in jail or not. I would say the courts are taking a close look at every case to try to get people out. I'm not going to say it's easier to get someone else right now, but they're going to take a very close look at your case. So talk to your attorney if you want a bond or bail motion. Detainers, so if someone's being held on a probation violation, same thing. They're taking a very close look at it, but you may have to bring it to the attention of the court. So contact an attorney if you or a loved one is in jail because of a detainer. Okay, just through email and a little bit of drafting by an attorney, you can get the judge to take a real hard look at this. One interesting thing that's going on is they're not attaching electric home monitoring to individuals in this time. Normally, you get an ankle bracelet and you can be put on house arrest instead of being held in the jail. They're not doing that now because of the fear of spreading the coronavirus through the human contact. So what is happening is instead of electronic home monitoring, the judges will put someone on home detention. So it'll just be an order. They can't leave the house except for essential reasons. And it's kind of on the honor system here. So the judges are likely, I would imagine they're being cautionary about actually doing that. All right. But no new electronic home monitoring during this emergency period, okay? Just keep that in mind. If you're already on electric home monitoring and you have the ankle bracelet on and it's functioning, that is going to continue. Warrants, if you know somebody who has a warrant for their arrest out, you can address that via telephone. So you're going to want to find out what judge has issued the warrant. You're going to want to make some phone calls. Used to be, prior to this, you turned yourself in down at pretrial services, this office in downtown Pittsburgh. Early in the morning, they take you over, see the judge. The judge will clear your warrant. That's all being done by telephone. So if you know someone who has a warrant out for their arrest, they need to pick up the phone, call their attorney, start making phone calls. You can still get that addressed. The last thing you want is to be out here grocery shopping or doing something on the road and get picked up on a warrant during the coronavirus. So contact me if you're in the Pittsburgh area, or contact an attorney generally. Family division. So child support, because the courts are closed, there's going to be no in-person payments for child support. I understand that doesn't go on as much anymore, but if you may be someone who's walking in paying cash for child support, you can't do that right now, okay? Everything's credit card, check, and or money order. You're going to want to contact the court to know exactly where you submit that if you were normally making payment in person. All hearings are canceled, okay? Child support payments still have to come in. However, you can still make motions that can be presented to the judge via email, okay, and other means. So if you're going to have an issue, a layoff, you need a modification because you're not going to get paid on April 1st or in the next coming weeks, you're going to have trouble making your child support payment, you need to contact your attorney, and then that attorney can go ahead and contact the judge and the courts, figure out what's going on. If you don't have an attorney, there's phone numbers and emails in Allegheny County. I'm going to I'll put that in the description below. But this is going to be true no matter where you are in the country. You got to find the phone number or email that you need to call, okay, to let the court know if you're going to have trouble with the child support payment due to these layoffs. As far as custody, same thing, emergency only. An important thing, an order came down from Governor Wolf requiring people to stay in the house, etc., essential activities only. That does not affect the custody, okay? Custody exchanges, if you have a custody order, it's supposed to go forward at normal. So if you're going to pick someone up, drop someone off, let's say at Sheets, you drop your child off at Sheets, the other parent picks them up at Sheets, 12 a.m., that is still in effect. These orders are still in effect. If you need to modify them, okay, the parties can do that via agreement, okay? Contact the lawyers involved. They can work that out as well. But the orders stay in place, all right? And the Governor Wolf's order also stated more broadly, a parent should not use the crisis as an excuse to violate court-ordered custody arrangements. If there is an emergency, the courts are open for emergency petitions. So keep that in mind. You can still have your emergencies for custody addressed. As far as PFAs, you can still file a protection from abuse or restraining order is what they're called in a lot of other states, which is an order that you get from the court saying that a person can't contact a person because they've been abusive in one way, shape, or form. Those are still being accepted, okay, via telephone. Find the phone number. File a PFA if you are the victim of abuse, all right? The hearings are also being held, at least in Allegheny County, by teleconference. Not every county may be doing that. It might be postponed, okay? I had one in a separate county that got postponed out until April 20th. It's unfortunate, but every county is dealing with it a little different. So remember, this is legal information, but this will give you a sense of what is going on. As far as magistrates, here in Allegheny County, the minor courts are dealt with by magistrates. Many other states deal with this as well. All the civil stuff for magistrates, again, like I said, evictions or lawsuits are being postponed. However, the magistrates in Pennsylvania, that's where criminal cases are filed. They're still accepting criminal complaints. Folks, ladies and gentlemen, for the police, it's business as usual, all right? The sheriff is still operating. The police is still operating. So you can't go out, trust me, you can't go out there and commit crimes. Actually, they may be faster to catch you, all right? Because a lot of people are in their house and they're going to know who you are. They see you around the street, see you trying to pull something. So they're still accepting criminal complaints. Search warrants will still be granted. If the police come, they need a search warrant for a house, for a car. Otherwise, still being granted by magistrate judges. They're also hearing emergency PFAs. If you have an issue with a local magistrate, contact them, all right? They may be eligible for contact via email or phone, all right? Go ahead and do that because you may be able to get some of this other stuff cleared up if necessary, all right? Overall, the courts are closed down. What we have going on is all the essential functions are being moved to telephone, email, or video. If a loved one is in jail, you can still try to get them out of jail, all right? There is some pressure right now for the jails to get people out so that the coronavirus doesn't spread within the jail itself. So you may want to seek that relief right now. The courts, the judges, they are trying to reduce the jail population as much as they can. PFAs are still in place. Custody orders are still in place. Don't play around with custody right now. I can tell you, if someone's doing that, all right, and a judge hears about it later, they're probably going to slam that person. Sometimes a first motion for contempt, which is your remedy if someone violates a custody order, the judge may not actually enter any any sanctions or penalties. I can tell you, if you're pulling something during the coronavirus, most of the judges I know, they might enter them first time. Child support, you still have to pay it, but if you're going to have an issue, call the emergency number in your local jurisdiction, okay? The courts are shut down, but they're still functioning for essential businesses. We may be like this for a while, so keep that in mind. If you have an attorney, contact your attorney. They're going to know the phone numbers, who to call, who to email. This was just legal information, all right? I'm going to put the link for the order for Allegheny County in the description below. So if you're local to me, you can go ahead and read it. If you do need some legal help in Western PA, feel free to contact me. Send me an email, etc. It'll all be in the description. My name's Joe Pometto, Joe the lawyer. I'm a local Pittsburgh attorney. Normally I talk about random legal subjects. Today I just want to put information out there that will be helpful to everyone. Again, this is PA specific, but it might give you some direction in another county. If you like my show, please leave me a comment, leave me a like, go ahead and subscribe. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. Please subscribe to my show. It's a free way to support my show. I got an email list, sign up for that as well, and you will get a free PDF what to do when stopped by the police. Thank you very much for watching. Joe the lawyer out.